Hi, Karen. Easy chicken pasta salad. Um, First, I take a pound of pasta. I use the little cremette rings. They have the tiny ones, like about that size, and then the bigger ones about big around as a thumbnail. Or you can use any kind of, if you have like regular macaronis, twisted or bow tied. I like the smaller the better, um, or the tiny rigatonis, the round with the hole through that. You can use them too. So any pasta that you really like, you know, like I say, the smaller the better. It's basically like a tuna salad. I'll tell you how a basic one, and you can put any veggies you really like in there. But okay, so you cook your pound of pasta, and then you got about a pound of chicken, which would be about 3, 4 chicken breasts, or use any leftover chicken you got, as long as you got like, oh, you know what I mean, like a good amount for the pasta. So, um, okay, you got your pasta going, and when that's done, you're gonna drain that in the sink with cold water, rinse it out, and let it just stay there till you get your dressing made. So you take approximately, um, like I say, don't use the recipe. So I just take some mayo. I take like about a cup and a half of mayo and about a half a cup of milk, salt and pepper. Mix it in there. I threw a little dill in there. So then you can start cutting up your veggies before you cut up your chicken, and don't forget to stir your noodles if they're not done yet. So you know what I'm saying. Okay, so you got your milk, your mayo, salt and pepper, um, whatever spice you like. So I took about half a cup of diced up onion, any kind you like, and I put in about a teaspoon of crushed garlic that I have in the jar. I keep, them that type, but you don't have to use the garlic or the onion. What to your taste is how and what your family likes. Whatever you can vary. So okay, so then I started chopping up the rest of the veggies. Was 3 stalks of celery. I split them down the middle and dice them up because Doug doesn't like the bigger chunks. But if you do, you can do it a little larger, like just slice it and throw that in. And I took 5 radishes, which I never used to do, but my girlfriend did that in a salad she made for me. Cut it in half and then cut them in half again, lay them down flat with a round one on a flat one, and cut them about 3 times and dice them up tiny and throw them in. And then let's see, that's that. So then you got your veggies in your dressing. Um, at this point, if you want to use a little more mayo and a tiny bit more milk, if you like when you go to eat a salad, things to be a little creamier, you can go up to 2 cups of mayo, and I would say at least a half a cup of milk then, because the mayo will be loose too for everything. About this point, your noodles should be done after you're getting all this done, and if you chop up your chicken after you chop up your veggies, or it doesn't matter, I guess, but either way. And so your noodles are cooling, and you can unclump them as you're putting them in your bowl for your chicken salad. So you got the veggies in there. Stir them around in the dressing, and then throw your meat in there. Stir that around in the dressing. See if it's like loose enough. Like if you were to put it at this point on lettuce or noodles, would it kind of coat them? So kind of just check for the amount of meat that you have, how that's kind of starting to suck up some of the juice in there. And then put your noodles in there and stir them around. At this point, you still haven't messed up. If you want to add another scoop of mayo and a tiny splash of milk, just enough so they're moving around with them veggies in there as you stir them up in there. and you'll be able to tell like that. It'll kind of move a little easier. If it doesn't, then maybe put a little dash of milk and see how it moves around. If it starts moving, it's all good. You could even go with a tiny splash more, but you're either way pretty good at that point. Then what I do is take about a half a head of lettuce, and um, so I either rip or cut off a good chunk of head of lettuce and cut that in half, cut it in four like that, and about four going that way, four or five, and mix it up a little bit and sprinkle it around on the top of it. Now you don't have to do that. Um, you can even put more if you want. Fill up your bowl, because when they go to take a scoop, the noodles and stuff will come out on the spoon. The salad part will kind of fall down in the bottom, but then they can put that either next to it, on it, or take another scoop um, and put it on it like that. So now I'll tell you what a girlfriend of mine did. She takes the onion, the radish, and celery. Then she takes about a cup of green grapes and about a cup of cashews. Or she put them on top, about a cup and a half, to coat it, just to make sure the whole top had some. And that would be the cashew chicken salad, which is good like that too. But I had never put the radish in there before, or the grapes or cashews, till I met her. But I'll do that occasionally. And yesterday I almost threw some walnuts in there. Or you could put the salad to the side, the lettuce to the side, and put some walnuts on top. Apple even tastes good in it or on it. Um, and grapes, cashews. It's like I said, whatever you got. You can throw in dill pickle, sweet pickle relish, according to your taste. It's like uh, whatever you got in the fridge type of pasta salad is what I do. I wouldn't really put in like broccoli or cauliflower, but I do like to take broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and celery, and wash a whole bunch of all them up, especially if my kids were around. And I would put that in a big sealed container that I have, and then we'd have it with ranch dressing. I like to dunk it in ranch dressing. I'm not big on finger foods, but that's one thing I will grab and dunk. It's like, oh, okay, I like that. And so the next day or so, I take what's left of that with either milk and cheese, what I got laying around, or a can of Campbell's cheddar cheese soup. So I take my veggies and chop them a little smaller and throw them into a pot with some water, just enough to cover them. And then I take it, and if you got quite a bit, you might want to get 2 cans of that cheddar cheese soup and put that in there and see that it's soupy enough. And you can make, like a melody of veggie melody soup. But if you've ever had the cheese and broccoli soup, it's on that principle. When I was going to Pine Technical College, the cooks there um, made this broccoli cheese soup with carrot. So it was carrot and broccoli, and it tasted like cheddar cheese. It was so good. Oh, my one obnoxious child kept showing up at my college from his elementary school when he was 11. So I would put him in the lounge, and a lot of my friends kind of watched over him. But lucky it was like I could get him like a really nice meal. And sometimes I had him come there on purpose, or we'd go out to lunch, and then I'd let him sit there and watch TV till I was done. But I tried to schedule my days of study where he was in school at that time. But he was a little imp. Yes, John, you're an imp. I love you. I love you, man. Be good. You too, Luke. Love you. Be good. I know you are. I know you are. Stubborn things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pot calling the kettle black. you know? So, anyway, that's about it on that. If you have any questions, but have confidence, just throw it together. You know what I'm saying. You can do this. it's easy. You just got me thinking chicken salad the other day. It's like, oh. Then I was going to be making some chicken noodle soup. And like I say, I just use what I got around. And I cook so much, I just like recipes piss me off. Mostly. Unless it's something that I've absolutely never made before. So then I'll use the recipe. Like I made pretzels and my own Danish. I worked in a couple bakeries, one cleaning it a couple times in my life, same store, and another bakery. So I learned a lot how to do stuff like that. But um, oh, I was gonna say, oh, I don't know. And then just yeah, I just cooked so much in my life, cooked my brains out. That's what Doug said. You just cook your brains out for my kids. I did too. You know, like unbelievably so. so yeah, I got so sick of it. But yeah, so that's about that on how I cook. um, if I'm like making a quick bread or something, I'll look back in my recipe books just to check on the amount of like baking powder, which I'm allergic to. But if I'm making something, banana bread or whatever, I'll take a quick peek on what they do, and then if I think I want a little more banana or whatever, I might do something quirky and um, you know. But then if I were to do that, I would probably leave out um a little bit of the sugar and maybe add like a tiny bit more flour. So something like that. or even like a splash of cream or half and half or something like that if I'm baking. But I haven't made any breads for quick breads. I like frozen bread dough. you know. So that's nice to smell up the house. I've got like sourdough starter that's about 4 years old now. March it will be 4. Um, with flour, you can freeze it, but it still stays active in your freezer. So I take it out every once in a while and I feed it and I'll make a sourdough and throw it back and keep some of the starter aside. Keep feeding it like the pioneers did. They had their starter all the time. And it's just water and flour. And there's no other bacteriums getting in with any kind of oils or grease or nothing like that. So it's still alive in my fridge because flour will never freeze completely. Isn't that weird? But you know what I mean. Um, like a piece of cake, you can put it in the freezer, even take it out, and you can still kind of cut it because it's got flour in it. So yeah, the pockets there, I do believe, keep it from freezing solid like that, most likely in the bread. so yeah, but yeah, I know you can do that. yeah, like I said, you just had me going on the chicken salad thing. So, Doug even had some for breakfast, and oh, he brought home some French onion soup, which is one of my favorites for today, for a Sunday meal, and a really nice big loaf of the round kind of French bread, like more like a baguette type, and it's just soft and fluffy, and I like to put a sprinkle of I like cheddar cheese diced up in my French onion soup, but I used to make it a lot homemade, but I started putting the cheese in it with my friend. She taught me that, and they were French, when we were little, we used to eat our soup together like that and ice skate until she moved to Hawaii. Her dad was a anthropologist, the study of bugs, and what a better place to do it than in a tropical area. So I was just freaking heartbroken. My friend had to move, Wendy Anderson, you know, that bummed me out. We wrote once, but then our lives got so busy it was like crazy. So, yeah, yeah, I don't know. It was really weird too the way she moved. It was just like up and all of a sudden. But I guess that's the way things go in life sometimes. But yeah. So, but anyway, I'm really iffy on that because I had some onion in that salad yesterday and I'm allergic and it's onion soup. So, yeah, I got allergy pills, but I still kind of was rolling around muscle cramps and stuff from it. So it's like, yeah, because they swell up, and it's like, well, I don't know if this is worth it. I told Doug I'm really debating it. I think I'm gonna, but I'll probably, and it's not a whole lot. So, yeah. I might just make a video if I'm in pain. Maybe I'll just get up and talk to the world. I did that once. I'm like, said hi to all the night owls, asked anybody awake. Are you anybody out there? So, mm-hmm. But anyway, well, I'll let you go, my dear friend. Dear, no, ASAT. I'll say when I say somebody I love them dearly, I actually am expressing sorrows because of the position that they're in life. They're putting themselves in the dear position, and that dear, oh dear, gives me fear. But um, uh, I don't feel that way here. So, okay, my bright, sweet, smiley friend. I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions before you go making this or need a reminder, just give me a message and um, oh, I might well, if you have any questions, my email. If you're ready here, I'll give you a minute to grab a pencil. Anybody, if you want to email me, I don't have phones that I talk on that can be tracked. It's not like that. I got myself covered. I went to school for software, so I'm kind of very well covered in a lot of areas. So, so if you're ready, it's BB, as in two little B's. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, Wiest, WIEST 90. So BB Wiest 90 at gmail.com. So if you got any questions, my fabulous friend, I don't know dears here. Um, just give me a holler and I'll get back with you, or even through on this one if you don't write it down. No biggie. I know back in the day when I was trying to get some, I was trying two things. The first thing I got on, I was looking for a minister for Doug, and then I thought, do these people really not know how deep the so-called cabal or Illuminati, whatever you want to call the different sects of the same Satanistic crap, whatever. It's all the same thing in different levels, varying degrees for different people all over the place. I thought, do these people really not know the depths of the whole thing, like all over the place with everybody, and how scared and mad and upset everybody in the world is? Satan yapping in their heads. It's like, don't some of these men, I thought, don't you see this? And I thought, yeah, you are battling. You are tough. That's what I was thinking about Robin. That's one tough cookie. Satan tried to fool him, and I'd hear Satan laughing, la, 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 and I'd think, you just wait, you bastard. You just freaking wait, because when the truth comes out, truth isn't going to hurt the people that love. The truth is going to hurt the ones that only care about themselves. So I thought, yeah, you laugh on, you Satanistic creeps, you know. So I thought, yeah, you'll get yours, because I just told, when all that came down last year, it's like I just told him, okay, I'm coming back in a couple months. I'll see if anything's any better after that. And I just walked away for a couple months. It's like, um, that's enough. And I come back and it was a little bit better. And I did a whole lot of praying too. I mean, I'd pop in every once in a while. I'd watch videos, but I wasn't over there on live streams. It's just like, no. I love to hear the word of God. I love to hear it understood the way I understand it. Makes common sense when your parent says, do this or do that for the betterment of your life. We all know that inside, and your stepson was able to articulate that. And it was so nice to hear somebody else speak the way I speak. Only my mouth gets a little worse, I think. But, well, yeah, I know it does. But see, um, that's the way I am. No two people are alike. And actually, when you're battling Satan, a little girl isn't going to sit there, I'll beat you up, Satan. No, if she gets upset, she's probably going to say, fuck you, you fucking monster, get the fuck away from me. So that's kind of how I adapted my attitude with men that are Satanists and women like that, because that's what they deserve. They don't deserve my golden, lovey voice. I am not Christ. You know, I'll lead you there, even through my anger. Oh, yeah, I do that. I sent a lot of people over to the hood. You wouldn't believe it. Because that's where they need to be. And I thoroughly, thoroughly believe that. So, okay, sweet friend, I'll talk to you soon. Like I said, you got any troubles, we'll get a hold of each other. Maybe make a video. I'll leave my phone number for you, and then you can erase it if you ever want or need. I'm here. I love you. Peace.